All right, here are two examples that I have made up. So let's have a go at Dijkstra's and see if we can work out the shortest path possible. First one, we want to go from A to G. So we're going to draw up our grid. Starting point goes in the top left, and then every other letter goes along the top in any order. I'm just going to do alphabetical. Okay, let's start it off. So from A to B is 1. From A to C is 3. A doesn't go to any other point, so we can just do dashes for the rest of them. Box your smallest number, which is going to be 1, and we're going to head to B next, and plus 1. Okay, copy down your boxed number and go from there. So B to C is 2 plus 1 is 3. It's not any bigger, so we can write it down. B to D is 4 and 1 is 5. Nothing comes before it, so we can write it down. B to E is there. I don't think there's any other direct lines, so we can just go dash, dash, dash. Okay, box your smallest number, 3, and we're going to head to C next with a plus 3. Copy down your boxed numbers so far, which is the 1 and the 3, and go from there. C to D is 2 and 3 makes 5. Okay, it's convenient. We don't have a bigger number, so we can write it down. C to E is not possible, so we can do a dash. C to F is a 5 and a 3 makes an 8. Nothing came before it, so we can copy that down. And C to G, no direct line. Okay, box your smallest number, which is the 5 out of the 5 and the 8, and we're going to head to D next with a plus 5. Copy down your boxed numbers, 1, 3, and 5, and go from there. So D to E is 3 and 5 makes 8. Nothing came before it, so we can copy it down. D to F is, there's no direct line, so I'm just going to copy down what came before it. And D to G is 6 and 5 makes 11. Okay, we've got a choice between 8, 8 and 11. Obviously the smallest number is 8. Which one do we pick? Doesn't matter, gets you the same answer in the end. So I always just like to pick like the next one in line. Doesn't really, like you can pick the second one, it really doesn't matter, but I just like to do them in order. Okay, so I'm going to E next with a plus 8. And copy down all of your box numbers. Hopefully by now you can kind of see that it is the same step again and again. You're just repeating the same thing in a certain order. All right, go from there. E to F is 1 and 8 makes 9, but I don't want to write a bigger number underneath a smaller, so I'm going to copy down the 8 from before, from up above. And then E to G is 5 and 8 makes 13, but I don't want to copy down a bigger number, so I'm going to keep it as 11. All right, box your smallest number, which is 8, and we're heading to F. Just extend my box a little bit, which are plus 8 this time, and copy down all of your boxed numbers. Okay, we can see that this is going to be the final step because we only have one space left. So F to G is 2 and 8 makes 10, which is a smaller number. So I am going to write 10 there and box it because it's the final smallest number in that row. So now we're going to do our little square line dance. So pencil on 10, we're going to head up to the final 10, which is actually, there are no 10s that come before it, so that's as far as we can go. We can't go up anywhere because those are 11s. We only want to go to the final 10 in that column. So 10, we're going to go across to F, FF. So we're going to go across here, up to the final 8. So all the way up to here. Then we're going to go across to CC. So we're going to go across to this number 3. Head up to the final 3. And then zoom, straight across to A. So as long as you're in that top row, you just go zoom, straight across. Okay, so our shortest path is going to be start at A, and then we went to C, the C column, and then we went across to the F column, and then we went to G for a total of 10. So A, C, F, G, 10. Let's see if that works. A, C, F, G, 3, 8, 10. Yeah, there you go. All right, next one. Let's try this one. We want to go from H to N, so from here to here. Let's draw up our box. Starting letter goes in top left, and then every other letter, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. Let's start it off. So H to I is 8. H to J is 10. That's all that we can do for H, so everything else is going to be dashes. There's no other direct lines. And box our smallest number, 8. So we're going to go to I next. So I with a plus 8. Copy down your box number and go from there. So I to J. There is no direct line, so I'm just going to copy down that 10. You never have to plus the 8, because even if I did that, I would get 18 and I wouldn't want to write a larger number underneath a smaller number. So you don't have to worry about plussing 8 in that situation. You just copy down the 10. I to K, 6, and 8 makes 14. I to L, 3, and 8 makes 11. I to M, can't do it, dash, and I to N, can't do it, dash. Box your smallest number, so that's a 10, and we're going to go to J next with a plus 10. Copy down your boxed numbers, which is the 8 and the 10 so far, and go from there. J to K. J to K is 2 and 10 is 12, which is smaller than the one before it, so we're going to write the 12 down. J to L, there's no direct line, so I'm just going to copy down what came before it, because remember, if you add 10, it's bigger anyway, so might as well just copy it down. J to M is 4 and 10 makes 14, and J to N we can't do. Box your smallest number, which is 11, so we're going to head to L next with a plus 11. Copy down all your boxed numbers, which is those 3, and go from there. So L to K. L to K is 4, and 11 makes 15, but that's bigger, so I want to keep it as a 12. L to M is 2, and 11 makes 13, which is smaller, so I do want to write that down. And then L to N is 9, and 11 makes 20. Box our smallest number, which is 12. So we're heading to K next with a plus 12. Copy down all of our, see, it kind of gets a little bit tedious after a while, like you're just doing the same thing again and again. All right, K to M is 5 plus 12, 17, but it's bigger, so we want to keep it as 13. K to N is no direct line, so I'm just going to copy down that 20. Box your final number. Smallest number, not the final number. We're going to head to M next. Now, it's just a coincidence that we have ended up boxing every single number in both of these examples. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes you might go straight to the end and like box that N number, and it like works out really easy. In this case, we're just unlucky and we have to box everything. Okay, copy down all of our boxed numbers, 12, 11, 13, and go from there. So M to N is 5, and 13 makes 18, which is smaller, which we can write and box. All right, do our little line dance. So pencil on 18, go up to the final 18. There are no 18s above, so that's as far as we can go. We're going to go across to M, across to the M column. Pencil on 13, go up to the final 13, which is here. And we're going to go across to the L column. Pencil on 11, go up to the final 11. Going to go across to the I column, here. Up to the final 8, and then zoom straight across. All right, let's see if we can read that to figure out our path. So we start with H, and then we go to the I column, and then the L column, and then the M column, and then to N for a total of 18. Let's see if we got that right. So H-I-L-M-N. H-I-L-M-N. 8, 11, 13, 18. Perfect. Awesome. The final video is going to be of question 11 from the textbook, from the actual exercise, because it is a doozy, and I think it's beneficial if you have an instructional video on how to do that one. So check that out if you're struggling with question 11.